It's 5:27 p.m. in a quiet suburban neighborhood. A golden retriever named Lucy sits still by the window. She doesn't bark, she doesn't pace, she just waits. Her eyes are focused on the driveway. Her ears twitch at every faint sound. Then at 5:28 p.m. sharp, the front door swings open. Her human steps in tired from work. Lucy leaps to her feet, tail wagging, body shaking with joy. But how did she know? There was no text, no calendar, no phone ringing. What Lucy uses isn't a clock. It's something much older, deeper, and far more mysterious. Welcome to the story of the timekeeping dog and how your pup knows exactly when you're coming home. Dogs don't wear wristwatches, they don't check Google calendars, and they certainly don't care about daylight saving time. Yet somehow your dog wakes up with you, follows the same schedule, and waits near the door precisely when you return from work. So how? The answer lies in rhythm and repetition. Dogs build their understanding of time through routine. They wake when you wake. They eat when you feed them. They go for walks when you pick up the leash. These repeating patterns teach your dog when things happen not by clock hours, but by internal cues. And over time, those cues develop into a reliable biological rhythm. Researchers call this the circadian rhythm, an internal clock that ticks inside nearly all living things. Dogs, like humans, are sensitive to light, temperature, and behavior cycles. They may not know it's Monday at 6:45 a.m., but they know it's the time when breakfast usually happens. From New York to California, stories abound of dogs that seem to just know. In a Brooklyn apartment, a lab mix named Jasper climbs to the couch every evening at exactly 5:15 p.m., 5 minutes before his onerous train arrives. In rural Iowa, Bella the border collie paces near the front gate at 3:27 p.m. That's when her family's school bus turns down the gravel road. And in Seattle, Max the mutt wakes his owner daily at 6:59 a.m., exactly 1 minute before the alarm goes off. These cases are not rare. In fact, studies show that many dogs learn to anticipate daily events too within minutes, simply by observing and associating. It's not magic, it's memory, and their memory doesn't just capture what happens, it captures when it happens. Dogs learn that specific times of day feel a certain way: the angle of sunlight, the smell in the air, the sounds in the house. These create a sensory fingerprint for time. But routine and light aren't the only clues. One of the most remarkable tools dogs use to track time is your scent. When you leave home, you leave behind your smell. That scent starts out strong and over time it fades. Dogs are capable of measuring the intensity of that scent decay to estimate how long you've been gone. That's right, your dog may literally be smelling the passage of time. In a groundbreaking TED Talk, canine researcher Dr. Alexandra Horowitz suggested that scent fading is one of the clearest temporal indicators available to dogs. Imagine a graph. On the y-axis is scent intensity. On the x-axis, time. As hours pass, the scent curve slopes downward, and your dog learns when your scent reaches a certain faintness that means you'll be home soon. It's not a clock, but it works like one, and in the olfactory world of a dog, it's precise. Combine this with their memory of routine, and you have a creature that senses time through smell, habit, light, and emotion. Hidden inside every dog is a ticking biological metronome. It's called the circadian rhythm, a roughly 24-hour internal cycle that regulates sleep, energy, hormone release, and even body temperature. Just like us, dogs rely on this internal clock to make sense of the day. It's why they stretch when the sun rises, why they nap around midday, why they perk up before mealtime. And it's all triggered by cues you rarely notice: the angle of sunlight, the scent of food being prepared, and the behavior patterns of the people around them. In a 2019 study published in Frontiers in Veterinary Science, researchers found that dogs exposed to consistent light-dark cycles maintained stable sleep and wake patterns, while dogs exposed to irregular lighting showed signs of stress, reduced sleep quality, and even changes in appetite. This means that routine isn't just convenient, it's hardwired. The University of Florida also conducted a study on canine cortisol rhythms, cortisol being the hormone associated with alertness and stress. Dogs with fixed daily schedules had smoother, more predictable cortisol cycles, indicating emotional stability and a healthy sense of time. The rhythm isn't just mental, it's chemical. Their internal clocks are shaped by hormones like melatonin and cortisol, triggered by daylight, sound patterns, and social interaction. In fact, some researchers now believe that dogs' timekeeping abilities may be more environmentally integrated than ours since they rely on multisensory input instead of purely visual or digital cues. That's why your dog might bring you the leash 5 minutes before you usually reach for it or sit beside the fridge just as your hand moves toward their dinner bowl. They're not responding to the hour, they're responding to predictive environmental signals, including your actions, your energy, and their own internal chemistry. It's not a learned trick, it's biology. Dogs don't just observe time, they embody it. They're not watching the clock, they are the clock. Some dogs don't just keep time, they anticipate it, and in some cases down to the exact minute. A German shepherd named Diesel waits at the door 10 minutes before his owner's car pulls up every day. Researchers believe dogs can combine scent decay, circadian rhythm, and environmental cues like distant sounds, shadows, and light shifts to build an almost psychic sense of time. Some even detect low-frequency vibrations from approaching vehicles or footsteps. Others may respond to routine background sounds like a neighbor's car, a school bell, or even a distant church chime to begin their countdown. Dogs don't always need a signal from you, sometimes. The world itself becomes their clock. But what happens when the clock doesn't match the pattern? When daylight saving time hits? When your work schedule changes? That's when dogs show signs of confusion, restlessness, even anxiety. If you usually come home at PM but show up at 9, your dog may pace, bark, or wait by the window for hours. They don't understand traffic, meetings, or missed trains. They only know you're late. One study published in Applied Animal Behavior Science showed that dogs left alone for more than 2 hours exhibit higher levels of vocalization and pacing than those separated for less than 30 minutes. That's because time matters to them, and when it breaks, they feel it. Thankfully, dogs also adapt quickly if the new rhythm becomes consistent, their internal clock adjusts. But sudden changes like a long trip, a hospital stay, or a new job can cause stress that dogs can't explain. So they wait, because that's what their heart and their rhythm tells them to do. Imagine time. Without clocks, no ticking hands, no glowing screens, just scent for your dog. This invisible world isn't just real, it's how they measure time. In 2020, cognitive animal behaviorist Alexandra Horowitz suggested a stunning theory. Dogs may be using the decay of your scent as a way to track how long you've been gone. Here's how it works. When you leave home, your scent lingers in the air, on your furniture, on your clothes, but over time it begins to fade. Dogs, with up to 300 million olfactory receptors compared to our 5 million, notice even the slightest changes in concentration. 1 hour gone. Slight fade, 3 hours. Noticeably thinner, 8 hours. Practically gone. So when your dog rushes to the door moments before you pull into the driveway, it might not be because they heard you. It might be because your scent has reached the coming home threshold. A silent countdown, smelled, not seen, not heard, the world's first biological scent clock running in real time on your dog's terms. It's not magic, it's chemistry. Wrapped in devotion. And when the moment is right, they're already waiting by the door. Dogs may not understand calendars, but they understand presence. Every second you're gone, they feel it. Every moment they wait is a minute their body holds in anticipation. They don't count hours. They sense rhythm. They smell your return. They live on the pulse of your footsteps. And when that key turns in the lock, it's not just another homecoming. It's the reward for a clock they've carried all day. So next time your dog greets you right on cue, smile, because their loyalty isn't just timeless. It's time aware. Tell us, has your dog ever sensed time in a way that surprised you? Drop your story in the comments. Subscribe for more hidden truths about man's best friend. Until next time, someone's already waiting for you.